Good morning, I suppose it is still, folks. A little bit of a rain delay there, but looks like we're going to get things underway here, at least for a period of time. So game number 5 here, and game number 2 of this rainy Friday morning. This game will feature the host team, the Antigonish Eastern 2.0 Bombers, against the home team, the Oromocto Chargers, representing New Brunswick. So without further ado, we'll get right to the starting lineups quickly here for the visiting Bombers here, the 1-0 squad after a big win last night. Leading things off, the shortstop, number 19, John Purcell. Batting second, the right fielder, number 21, Aiden McIsaac. Batting third, number 20, and pitching, Caden Haynes-Harvey. Batting fourth, number 7, Manton Austin doing the catching. Batting fifth, number 17, the center fielder, Collie Crawford. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 11, Liam Duggan. Batting seventh, the pitcher, number 12, Austin Bowie, a friend of the show here. He's had a couple clips on our platform. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 9, Alec Morrell. And finishing out the offense here for the Bombers, the second baseman, number 44, Will McIsaac. We'll flip it over to the Team New Brunswick side here. Leading things off and doing the catching is number 19, Kyle Castonguay. Batting second, number 15, the third baseman, Leon Hawks. Batting third, the first baseman, Easton McLeod, wearing number 91. Batting in the cleanup spot and patrolling center field, number 17, Hunter Barteau. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 27, Jax Carr. Batting sixth, number 87, Colton Robinson. Batting seventh, playing second base, number 21, Strider Seeley. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 10, Cooper Moore. And finishing out the offense here for Oromocto, the right fielder, number 24, Bryce Campbell. So as we get our plate meeting underway here, we're about halfway through it, it seems. Skies look like they hopefully can open up here to a little bit of sun for these youngsters to get these games in. The fans don't seem too phased out there as they're in their spots. So we'll take a quick break here as we wait for opening pitch. You are watching the 2024 U13 Eastern Canadian Softball Championship live from Antigonish, Nova Scotia here on High Button Sports. We will be right back. All right, folks, welcome back. A little bit of a delay, but half hour behind, no big deal. It's leading things off here for the hometown Bombers, number 19, the shortstop, John Purcell. He will take a first pitch, 10:59 a.m. So the pitcher here for that ball's hit to the third baseman, fielded cleanly across to first base in time. The 5-3 put out for out number 1. That's going to bring up the right fielder, number 21, Aiden McIsaac. Swings at the first pitch and misses, so no balls, 1 strike. Second pitch in there, that's a ball. Or that's a strike, so a delayed call there from the umpire. Want to think about it for a second. So down in the count goes McIsaac, 0-2. Swung on and hit just up over the pitcher Moore, and he makes the grab for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here for Team New Brunswick, and coming to the plate now is the pitcher, number 20, Caden Haynes-Harvey. Fantastic walk-up song. That first pitch in there, that's going to be a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. Moore, the pitch, that's going to be outside, ball 2. Thought about that one there, a half check swing. Holds back, so 3-0, so Caden Haynes-Harvey. From Kennecook, Nova Scotia. Favorite food, pizza. No surprise there, pizza, fantastic meal. We had some ourselves here last night, and his favorite MLB team, the Blue Jays, proper thing, Canadian boy. So Kennecook in the Hants County region. So he'll work himself a walk. So the free pass issued to Haynes-Harvey. And now Manton Austin will make his way to the plate here. First pitch swung on and fouled straight back near us here in the booth. So Austin wearing number 7. His favorite food is tacos. Here's a little bit of information from the Facebook page now as Austin will rip that one up the middle. That'll get into center field. It's going to be a play at third, potentially no, as Haynes-Harvey will make his way to third base. A single for Austin as he stays put at first base. And that'll bring up the center fielder, number 17, Collie Crawford. First pitch is in the dirt. That's going to bring home Haynes-Harvey if he can get there, and he's going to be safe under the tag. Haynes-Harvey scores the first run of the game here for the host team, and that'll allow Manton Austin to get all the way to third base. So the old 2 base pass ball. So that's Colin Crawford, not Collie. First pitch now, now a throw down to third, and almost caught him napping down there. So Crawford from Doctors Brook, Nova Scotia, nicknamed Crow. I'm sure you can do the math on that one. It's 2 balls, 1 strike now to Crawford, and favorite food, pasta. So there you go. Some inside info here from the Facebook site. Always fun to add a little extra here for these players. So that's going to be a strike on the outside part of the plate. You have to wait just a split second here for the umpire to give us the call. We can make our own assumptions, but we all know that old saying. We won't say it, but I'm sure you at home know exactly what we're talking about. So count runs full, 3-2 here. The 2-out rally chant comes through the field here, and Crawford will work his way down to first base with a free pass as well. That'll bring up the third baseman, number 11, Liam Duggan. His nickname, Duggan. Hard to mess that one up. From St. Joseph's, Nova Scotia, so playing for the Bombers instead of the Chiefs here. Favorite food, once again here, tacos. So that was a pretty popular answer amongst the little survey that they did with the players. And also favorite ball team, the Blue Jays. So there you go. That's swung on and off the end of the bat there. Duggan goes after the first one. So 2 away here. Runners on the corners, 1 run already in. A little bit of grunt from the pitcher there, and that's going to find the outside part of the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. A good piece of hitting there, and a real good job by Duggan there to keep those hands back on that off-speed pitch as he is retired. So 1 run on 1 hit. There were no New Brunswick errors and 2 runners left on base. So after half inning of play, the Antigonish Bombers won the Oromocto Chargers. No score. To the bottom of the first we go when we come back here at the 2024 U13 Eastern Canadian Championships. All right, ladies and gentlemen, bottom half of the first inning. Leading things off here, the catcher for Team New Brunswick, number 19, Kyle Castonguay, a hunched over, choked up stance. Swings at the first pitch there and fouls it off, so no balls, 1 strike. So Caden Haynes-Harvey, the pitcher here for the Bombers, wearing number 20, and he's got the big lean back here. It's going to be swung on and hit to first base. Second baseman covering, and first baseman not able to get there in time. So an infield single to start things off here for Castonguay. Coming to the plate now, the third baseman, number 15, Leon Hawks, with a runner on first. First pitch there, runner on the move. Throw to second. Gets by. Good cover back there by the center fielder, which isn't something you hear too often, but everybody's got something to do here on every play, whether it's backing up a base, following a runner, whatever the case may be. There's always something to be done down there. As now the ball will get by the catcher here, so 2 balls, no strikes. Runner will take the big aggressive turnaround third, and they get him at third. Looked like the umpire signaled for the safe sign. So Castonguay retired at third base. Good strong throw from the catcher, Manton Austin. So now 1 away here. A little changing of tides. Haynes-Harvey looking on. Pitch in the dirt, 3 balls, no strikes. One thing I did notice was the Macedon sticker on Haynes-Harvey's batting helmet, right from our neck of the woods, or I guess my neck of the woods. So that was a great off-speed pitch to get him swinging. So 3 balls, 1 strike here. 2 Hawks. The pitch on the way is taken for ball 4. So a free pass. First pitch there gets by the catcher, so down to second base goes Hawks. So Easton McLeod here, the first baseman. Front foot up on the toe area. That's going to be just outside for a ball. Big secondary lead out there at second base. It's going to be in there for a strike. Good bounce back pitch there. So 2-1 the count. Pitch on the way. That's in there. Strike 2. Great location for that. Peas at the knees. That's a tough location as a hitter. Right at the very bottom peak of that strike zone. That's a bouncer into the backstop. Austin tried to hurry and grab that one, but the runner Hawks will move into third base. So 3-2 count here. That ball's going to get into the dugout to be dried off, which we'll see quite a bit of in the next little while. So McLeod will work a walk. He'll head down to first, so now runners at the corners for the center fielder Hunter Bartow, wearing number 17. And that ball's in the dirt, but the runner takes off, so McLeod will get into second base here. So 2 runners in scoring position. So 1-0 pitch. On the way, swung on and missed. Good location for that pitch. The 1-1 pitch, that's going to be low and inside for ball 2, so 2-1 the count. Haynes Harvey looks on, gets the sign that he wants. The lean back and the pitch. It's going to be hit back up the middle, right where it came from. Center fielder will knock that down. 1 run will come in to score as Hawks comes around to tie things up here in the bottom of the first. So a RBI single for Bartow as McLeod moves on to third. Now Jax Carr, the shortstop, steps in, wearing number 27. So 1-0 the count here. 2 Carr, runners at the corners, 1 away. And that's going to be just up top for a ball as Bartow will work his way down to second base. So now 2 runners in scoring position once again here with 1 away. That ball bounced in. That's going to hit Manton Austin in the chest protector, and that'll allow McLeod to come around and score. So they'll take the lead on the wild pitch. Bartow into third. And a 2-1 lead now. Austin will call time and just go have a quick word with his pitcher. Sometimes that's the best call there, just to kind of throw a pin into the momentum bubble. So 3-0 pitch is on the outside part of the plate for a strike. 3-1 the count. So good hitters count up here for Carr. The shortstop, he's choked up on the bat. Haynes Harvey. The pitch, and that's going to be low and in there for a strike. So 3-2 the count. Fantastic flow on Carr up there. Solid salad, as they say, is the 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. That's a big strikeout there. So Harvey will get his first punch out of the morning. So 2 away here now in the bottom of the first. swung on and fouled straight back. This ball gets thrown back into play. So no balls, one strike here to Colton Robinson. So 0-2 the count. Big pitch here. Swung on and missed. Strike three. That'll do it here for the bottom of the first inning. They scored 2 runs on 2 hits. There was no Bombers errors and a runner left on base. So after 1 complete inning of play, Team New Brunswick 2 and the Antigonish Bombers 1. To the top of the second we go when we come back. All right, back we are with the top of the second. Leading things off for the Bombers is the pitcher, or sorry, not the pitcher. It's Austin Bowie, the first baseman. So Bowie, I remember he's a goaltender, and I do vaguely remember a fantastic save that was caught on one of our hockey streams from a couple years ago down in Cape Breton. So the name certainly rings a bell here, but he's 1-1 in the count here, and he swings at that one and fouls it just back. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Bowie. An off-speed pitch will get Bowie out on the front foot, and that'll be the first out here as he is sat down on strikes. So that'll bring up number 9 here, the left fielder, Alec Morrell, the lefty batter, stepping into the left batter's box. So 1 away here. Moore, the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. So no balls, 1 strike here to Morrell. That's in the dirt, ball 1. So 1-1 the count, 1's right across the board here. And that is too far outside for a ball. 2-1 goes the count. Moore looks on with the sign. 2-1 pitch, swung on and hit right back to the pitcher. Hot shot. Moore able to snag that. And he'll fire it across to first base. The 1-3 put out here for out number 2. That'll bring up Will McIsaac here, the second baseman with 2 away, trying to get the 2-out rally started. And that's going to be bounced in there for ball 2. Good hitter's count now. 2-0 pitch on the way to McIsaac, and that is dropped in there for a strike. 2-1. Once again in there, same spot. 2 strikes now, counts even 2-2. And that's going to be in there, inside corner of the plate. Strike 3, the second strikeout for Moore. As McIsaac is sat down looking, that will end the top half of the second inning. Nothing across for the Bombers. We'll head to the bottom half when we come back. And we are back here with the bottom of the second inning. Leading things off here for Oromocto, the second baseman, number 21, Strider Seeley. He will take a first pitch ball. Haynes Harvey now the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike. Evens the count 1-1. Living low here. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Some good movement to that pitch. Looked like a dipper. Or a drop ball for a synonym. So 1-2 on the way. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Seeley sat down on strikes here for the first out. The third strikeout here for Haynes Harvey. So that's going to bring up the pitcher, number 10, Cooper Moore. First at bat of this game. See first pitch on the way. That's going to be just outside for ball 1. That's upstairs there, ball 2. So good hitter's count now for the pitcher Moore. He knows the zone. Two 2-0 pitch on the way. Upstairs, ball 3. Way ahead in the count now. And that's going to be in there for a strike. 3-1 goes the count. A few more showers coming through here. The umbrellas start to pop up. And that's going to be ball 4. Moore will work his way down to first base on the walk. So bring up the 9-hitter here. Number 24, Bryce Campbell, playing right field. Swung on and missed for the first strike. No balls, 1 strike now to Campbell. Runner on first. And that's going to be in there, ball 1, so the count runs even. One pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, strike 2. As the rain continues to pour down here. One and 2, Haynes Harvey not phased one bit by the rain, it doesn't seem, as that's going to be in there for a ball. And the runner will move down to second base, so Moore in with a stolen base. And Mother Nature just doesn't want to give us a break here. That's swung on and missed, strike 3. The fourth. As there's going to be 2 away here now. Back to the top of the order we go. Kyle Castonguay will swing at the first pitch as he falls down in the count, 0-1. Swung on and hit to left field. And camped under to make the play was the left fielder, and that will retire the side. So nothing across in the top of the second. We'll be back, hopefully, with the bottom of the inning. The Bombers coming to the plate. All right, we are going to run it back here. Looks like we're just going to play through the rain. As that ball is going to be ripped in there. Now starting things off here is the shortstop, number 19, John Purcell. 0 for 1 so far in the top of the third inning. Pitch is bounced in there. Is the 2-0 count here to Purcell. That ball a little moist. So they'll fire that one back in to be dried off. As the old beach towel makes an appearance here. Good Samaritan just in front of us, as you see in your screen. Picked up some loose debris, fired it in the garbage can, and looking after his community field. So 3-0 the count. So we are just going to go with the wide camera here, folks. We had to get our gear out of the rain. As you can surely imagine. Electricity and water, not exactly a great mix, and that's something that I would have learned way back in the day in my Pokemon days. So there you go. First free pass issued to Purcell. And now stepping into the plate, the right fielder, number 21, Aiden McIsaac. This is just one of those things, folks, when you're playing ball on the East Coast. Anything at all can happen here, so we do apologize about the single camera view, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Got to keep our gear safe if we want to continue to provide streams for those of you at home. There's Purcell in there with a stolen base. Good throw from the catcher, just not in time. So Aiden McIsaac with an opportunity to tie things here with a runner in scoring position. Showing bunt there. That was a looper in, and it falls in. That's way outside. Great job by the catcher back there to corral that one, as that'll be 3-0 now to McIsaac. Got to assume the bat will be on the shoulder here, as we'll get another new ball into play. The Oromocto coach getting his work and steps in out there. Everybody's got a role here. So 3-0 pitch on the way here to McIsaac. That's going to be swung on and hit back up the middle. That'll get by the shortstop. Purcell will touch third. He's going to round. He'll get in to score. The throw to second, not in time, as McIsaac with an RBI double, as Purcell comes around to score. And we have a tie game here, folks. So Caden Haynes-Harvey, the pitcher and left-handed hitter, will step into the box with a runner at second base. So trading spaces out there was McIsaac and Purcell. Pitch on the way from Moore. That's going to be bounced in off the backstop, and that'll allow McIsaac to get into third base. So station to station here. A tie game. So 1-0 pitch, and that's going to be too low for a ball. The snap throw down to third, and almost had him. Would have been the second snap throw down there for an out, but McIsaac able to get back in there safely. Swung on and hit down the left third base line, and they're just going to check the runner and hold the throw. Not a terrible decision, in my opinion, there with a runner in scoring position. You throw that ball away at first base on a close play. That's the go-ahead run. So Haynes-Harvey will work down to first, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Manton Austin. 1 for 1 so far with a single. He was then stranded at third. He's got runners at the corners here. Catcher jumps up as if he was going to throw down to third, and both runners stay put. So 0-1 now the count. To Austin, the catcher. The windup from Moore. Pitch swung on and missed, and right back to Moore it goes. So right down in the count is Austin. Looking to cash in that runner from third here and take the lead. Great job by the catcher. Squared that one up. No fear back there as he let that one bounce right up into the chest protector. Keeps that ball in front, and runners will stay put once again. 1-2 pitch swung on and drilled to center field. That's going to get by the center fielder. Not very far, though, however. Haynes Harvey kind of hesitated there at second, but he'll round and head to third. That'll score the go-ahead run. Austin with a RBI single, and the Bombers have their first lead of the game. So that'll bring up Colin Crawford, or Crow as they call him. So runners at the corner, still none away. 3-2 here for the Bombers. And the runner will take off to second base in Austin. So he'll get in there at second base safely. So 1-0 now to Crawford, the center fielder. He's going to let that one go for a strike. So 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. That's looped in there for a ball just too low. Started off in the strike zone and dipped down near the shoe tops. So 2-1. Swung on and popped to center field. Center fielder going to beat on it there as he jumps in. The tag from third. Haynes Harvey, good heads up base running there. As all runners tagging up and moving up. So an RBI sac fly for Crawford. And that's going to be the first out here. So Haynes Harvey in to score. Austin to third. Rain not holding off one bit here. So 1 ball, no strikes here. Liam Duggan, the third baseman. Skipper down there at third is going to clean off the bag. So the 1-0 pitch is in the dirt there, ball 2. Two 0 pitch on the way, swung on and just nicked it foul there as that'll get down the third base line into foul territory. Coach tried to make the snag with the towel, knocked the towel right out of his hand there. Now you're going to have to dry the towel off as well, so there you go. 2 balls, 1 strike on the way. In the dirt, bouncer, snap throw to third, back in time. As Manton Austin just gets by the tag, gets that left foot in there on the base. You got to respect the effort out here, just playing right through the conditions. And even myself right now, my mid-30s, would probably be shutting her down out there after I sailed one into the crowd, more than likely. So 3-1 count here. And that's going to be in there for a strike. That'll run the count full. So just the 1 out. The full count pitch. And that's on the outside part of the plate. Strike 3, down on strikes. Goes Duggan. And now Austin Bowie steps in, the first baseman. Down on strikes as well in his last at-bat. Good pick out there by the catcher. Turns and fires it to third, and Manton Austin back there in time. Wasn't really far off the base this time. The 1-0 pitch in the dirt again, into the feet. So 2-0 count now. Good hitters count here for Bowie. So the Bombers won a 2-0 rally from what I'm hearing. And that's going to be get by the catcher, and that will plate the 5th run here, the 3rd run of the inning, as Austin comes in to score. So job done now. Time to start her back up. Bowie finds himself in a hitter's count here. Looks like some brightness making its way, but one thing we've learned is that doesn't matter. Could snow here at any moment even. So 2-0 here to Bowie. Big swing there as he waved through a dipper just underneath the bat as that one started perfectly, and great execution of that pitch. So 2-1. Bowie will let that one go as that was in the dirt. And so that'll be a free pass to Bowie, so I missed something there. Regardless, the left fielder, number 9, Alec Morrell, will step in. He's 0 for 1 so far. The lefty swinger with the closed-off stance. Bowie at first. Ball in the dirt. Bowie thought about it, but a good block back there by the catcher. So 1 ball, no strikes here. Morrell steps into the box now. Moore will get the sign into the lean back, and now the pitch is, that one's just a bit low, ball 2. Swung on and hit to the right side. That'll get by the first baseman. Looked like it hit the runner maybe, as Bowie will get into third. So they're going to talk about that now, as Morrell will go down to first regardless. But I think Bowie's going to be out as the ball hit him in the leg on the way through. And that's what made the trajectory of the ball change there. So we're going to have a little conference here between the umpires. So now the coach wants an explanation there. So now everyone's going to get together here. Little powwow at the mound. Coaches for the Bombers getting together, going over the game plan. So it looks like Bowie's going to be okay out there. So runners at the corners with 2 away, 5-2 lead. So Morrell will head down to second base. He'll get himself into scoring position. So now runners at second and third. So 2-0 rally it is here, trying to keep it going. There's Will McIsaac. That pitch upstairs there for your ball. 2-0. Good hitters count here for number 44, McIsaac. Playing up the middle here. Got the big front foot toe tap going as he will be pushed off the plate there. And that's going to get in there for a strike. So 2-1 now. And there goes the school buzzer for change of classes. So 2-2 runs the count. Now the pitch, that's going to be upstairs, and he waves at that one, and that is going to do it. So they score 4 runs on 2 hits. There were no New Brunswick errors and 2 runners left on base. The score after 2.5, the Antigonish Eastern 2.0 Bombers 5, and the Oromocto Chargers 2. So we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning when we return. right, leading off the bottom half of the third inning here for the Chargers. Number 15, Leon Hawks. So Haynes Harvey still out there in the circle here for the Bombers. And now have a 5-2 lead. So they trailed at the start of the last half inning. Put up 4 runs and coupled them with 2 outs. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. 2 Hawks, who is 1 for 1 so far. And that's right down Broadway, strike 3. Down looking is Hawks for the first out. A little bit of extra oomph on that one there from Haynes Harvey. So stepping into the plate now, number 91, Easton McLeod. Thought about swinging at that one. It was a inside pitch at the shins. Able to lay off, so 1-0 is the count. That's swung on and hit hard, but over into the secondary field. The 1-1 pitch is up high, gets over the catcher and near the backstop, as you see there in your screen. The pitch on the way in the dirt, that'll get by the catcher as well, and that'll put the count 3-1 here. So one thing to mention here, we noticed last night the old shortstop left-handed out there, not something you see too often, and maybe kudos to him for his athletic ability, as that's even a ball fielded cleanly is going to have to be thrown across the body. Oh, no rules against lefties though, as now McLeod is going to be a little bit of confusion down there, but that will run the count 3-2. I was just about to say he rung him up on the second strike. Owes him 1 now. So 3-2 pitch. And now he'll work the walk. So interesting turn of events there. So down to first goes McLeod. Now the center fielder will step in, Hunter Bartow. Or Barrio, I suppose. So corrected once again up here in the booth. He is 1 for 1 with an RBI single. As that one's way up over the catcher. McLeod will get into second base. And here comes the rain once again. Just non-stop here. You start the week, look at the forecasts. It was all sun, and that has quickly changed. That's going to be in there for a strike. 2-1 now. One thing I will say is fans haven't stopped coming out, though, just grabbing the umbrellas and plunking themselves down in any spot they can. And that's going to be in there for a strike as well, right at the knees. 2-2 with 1 away. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Down on strikes goes Barrio. And that's the second out here. And that'll be Harvey's 6th strikeout of the game. So stepping into the plate now is the shortstop Jack Carr, swinging at the first pitch, and he will swing and miss. Swung on and missed again, strike 2. Working way ahead now is Haynes Harvey. The pitch on the way, and good location for that pitch, trying to catch him fishing up at the eyes, and that's a tough pitch to lay off with 2 strikes. That pitch right up at eye level. Looks so good, but sometimes just unreachable. So 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Strikeout number 6 for Carr, and that will retire the side. So nothing across here for the Chargers. And that'll complete 3 innings. 5-2 remains the score here for the Bombers. We'll be back with the top of the 4th. All right, top of the fourth we go. A very dry day here at the ballpark. Obviously, just kidding. But while we have a second here, we'd like to thank Nova Scotia Power for sponsoring this game between the Bombers and the Oromocto Chargers. They would like to very much thank Nova Scotia Power for their support. It's companies like Nova Scotia Power supporting these youngsters to make these events possible. So thank you very much, Nova Scotia Power. So, to the top of the fourth, leading things off here for the Bombers is the shortstop, number 19, John Purcell. 0 for 1, a walk, a run scored, and a ground out now as he'll take ball number 2 down low. So lefty thrower and righty swinger, not something you see too often. Usually that left-handedness kind of goes hand in hand with the throwing and batting. I'm wondering if Purcell is a right or left-handed shot in hockey. I definitely recognize the name. So 3-0 here to Purcell. Pitch on the way, that's skipped in there, and that'll get to the backstop. So Purcell down to first base on the free pass. So now Aiden McIsaac will step in, and this is where things get interesting here as these bats out in the rain for a lot of the inning. Sometimes the batting gloves are actually your enemy in this situation. Now I think of wooden bats in baseball for the most part, those are almost impossible to hang on to in the rain, as now Purcell will head down to second on the wild pitch. So McIsaac, 1 for 2, an RBI and a run scored. So he'll get his second at bat here in as many innings. So the 1-0 pitch bounced into the plate. Purcell will move up to third base. Tough conditions out there, but both teams go through the same thing. Remember, as a youngster, I used to complain about certain conditions, and the coach's response always to us was, yeah, well, the other team's going through the same scenario, so. Now we're going to have a quick visit at the circle. Now we're going to have a little bit of a conference here, probably to do with the rain and the safety. He's having a hard time gripping that ball out there. So the other team's still coming into the field here as if they were playing next, and obviously we don't know the full extent of that or what's going on down there on the field. You got to assume that it's something to do with the conditions out there. So it looks like Moore's just going to continue to battle through here, and kudos to the young man out there. He's got the rag in the back pocket, so should get a little bit of grip down there, but rain heavily coming down here still, so 2-0 pitch on the way, and that's going to be bounced into the backstop. Purcell will get in there as he comes around to score. That'll be 6-2 now for the Bombers. And that'll get the runners off the bags, and a 3-0 count here to Aiden McIsaac. So game 2 of 4 here. And now McIsaac, the free pass. So he'll head down to first base. And now the 3-hole hitter and the pitcher, number 20, Caden Haynes-Harvey. 1 for 1, a walk, a single, and 2 runs scored here. The runner at first now. Once again, bounced in, but a good job by the catcher back there to keep that in front. So 1-0 pitch on the way. And that's in there for a strike, as now the snap throw down to first, and he slips off the base, and that's the last thing you want to see down there. It's kind of where those metal spikes come in handy. You're able to get a little bit of traction on that base. But with those molded cleats and the mud out there, probably not a whole lot of traction. So 1-2 here. None away here in the top of the fourth. That's way outside. Runner on the move. The throw to second, a good one, and hits the glove, and then the runner. McIsaac didn't even flinch. So runner at second, 3-2 count, and none away here for Haynes Harvey, the pitcher for the Bombers today. As that's going to be strike 3 on the outside corner, and that'll be the first out. That'll be the third strikeout here. Nope, the 5th strikeout, so someone's napping up here. And you guessed correctly, folks, me. Well, we got it correct now. Because now it's going to be a rope shot to left field. Right a piece there as that'll get over the left fielder. That's going to roll all the way to the fence. Around second is Austin. Around third. The throw to the cutoff man and an inside the park dinger for Manton. Austin and his teammates are fired up there. A good clean line drive over the left fielder's head. Will plate 2. And that'll make it 7-2 here. He squared that one up, folks. So Austin, the round tripper, and 3 RBIs. So it should be 8-2, I do believe. There were 2 runners on. So yes, it is 8-2, and pretty good counter up until 10, so I was pretty confident there. Sometimes you get mixed up with the runner that crosses on the home run. So 8-2 here. Quick mound visit. Coach not phased in the least here by the rain. T-shirt and shorts still humming out there. Had a brief moment to chat with the New Brunswick coaches. Very upbeat, positive guys down there, having a good time and just keeping the energy high there for their players. But with that said, Colin Crawford will step in here, the center fielder. He's got a walk, a single, an RBI, sac fly. And that's his stat line so far. So runners not on as they were just cleared. So we're going to have time called. So 21's going to come in here for somebody, and now they're all going to be coming in here, so we're going to have another delay here. So top of the 4th inning is where we stand. 1 ball, no strikes here to Colin Crawford with 1 away, so we're going to step aside here for a moment, maybe more. As soon as the rain will allow us to get back to play, we will do that, so hang tight, folks. It has been one of the more interesting days here of the High Button Sports commentating career, so hang tight. I'll be back when it's time. So thank you for tuning in and your patience. And everybody, please pray a little bit here for some sunshine, and if anybody knows Mother Nature, maybe give her a shout and tell her to buzz off. So anyways, we'll take a break, and we'll be back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to continue things here where we left off. Colin Crawford at the dish, 1-0 count. Pretty mucky out there, to say the least. But I'll tell you what, if I'm a player right now, I'm looking to get down and dirty here. Playing in the mud's one of those things that, you know, not frowned upon necessarily, but your parents aren't always too thrilled when you come home full of muck. But if there's ever a time to do it, it's now. So just a good old ball game here on the East Coast. So Crawford will take ball 2 here. And you got to hand it to the field crew. It's a village type mindset here. It takes one, and they are getting things done here. Tarps on, tarps off. The coaches are involved. The field crew now, as that's hit towards second base, fielded cleanly across to first in time. Excuse me. For the second out. So Crawford retired on the 4-3 putout. And that'll bring up the third baseman, number 11, Liam Duggan, as he steps into the mud pit. That's going to be right down Broadway, and a huge hack there from Duggan is swung on and missed. So the two teams playing next don't seem to be too worried about the rain here. So that's going to be inside for a ball. Good location for that pitch, but that'll even the count. One-on-one pitch, outside, ball 2. So the tough part about today is you can't really push the games much. They have a banquet scheduled here at 5 o'clock over at St. FX. A meal, more or less. So tough times here, but tough times don't last, tough people do, as they say. A little bit of a cliche there for you, but like I said, you got to hand it to these youngsters, man. They are just out here battling the elements and just playing the game they love here. As Duggan gets a walk, as he'll head down to first. So runner at first now with 2 away, and now stepping to the plate is the first baseman, Austin Bowie. He has a walk and a strikeout, so 0 for 1 according to my calculations here. I'd like to thank everybody staying with us here, staying patient here on the live stream, and all you can do is what you can do. We're thankful to be able to have a one-camera angle. It's a fantastic bunt by Bowie there, and that'll move the runner over to third, but that is the third out. So a sac bunt with 2 outs. Bowie retired at first, and that is going to do it. So 3 runs on 2 hits. There were no New Brunswick errors and 1 runner left on base. We will head to the bottom of the 4th inning with the score 8-2. You are watching the 2024 U13 Eastern Canadian softball here on High Button Sports. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back here. Bottom of the 4th, leading things off here for Team New Brunswick. Number 87, Colton Robinson. A righty versus lefty matchup. First pitch from Haynes Harvey swung on and dribbled in front of the plate. Haynes Harvey across to first in time. Good stretch by Bowie, and you know his flexibility is at an all-time high. The young netminder over there at first base. So Robinson retired on the 1-3 putout. Good job to field his position there from Haynes Harvey, a good Kennecook boy. And when you know it, folks, the rain's starting to pour back down again as that one's ripped down there. Heads up, coach. A little Mud River shuffle, if you will, down there in the first base coaching box. And here comes the rain, although it really didn't leave. Now, of course, it always sounds much worse under our canopy here, and thank God we did bring it. 0-1 the count, swung on and missed as Strider Seeley, the second baseman, in 0 for 1 so far. As he falls down on the count 0-2. As that's going to be swung on and missed. Strike 3, so 2 up, 2 down here. Haynes Harvey working quickly. Eight strikeouts on the day for Haynes Harvey, and he just continues to pound the zone here. 0-1. Here's Cooper Moore, the pitcher, stands in. Outside pitch, that'll be a ball. Or maybe it was a strike, apparently, according to the scoreboard, as that's going to be in there for a strike now, so that's 1-2. So way ahead in the count now, Haynes Harvey in the dirt. Ball 2. So 2's right across here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Swung on and missed strike 3. 3 up, 3 down here for Haynes Harvey and the Bombers. Nothing across here in the 4th. Score remains 8-2 after 4 complete. We'll head to the top of the 5th. But before we do, we'd like to thank today's game sponsor, Nova Scotia Power. We'd like to thank them for supporting the U13 Boys Eastern Canadian Championships. Today's game specifically sponsored by Nova Scotia Power. And guess what, folks? Without Nova Scotia Power, this stream doesn't work. So shout out to them here for providing that here and supporting these young baseball players and allowing this tournament to continue on here. So thank you to them. And we will step aside here for just a moment. And we'll be back with the top of the 5th. All right, back with the top of the 5th, leading things off here. Alec Morrell, 1 for 2, a single, was stranded at second base, and a ground out to the pitcher. So Moore out of the game. And we'll wait to see who the new pitcher is. It looks like it's going to be number 7. We'll figure that out for you here. That's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike now. So no number here on my roster sheet for number 7, so we'll go to our secondary option here. And that's going to be Braden Castonguay, so he's into pitch now. Count 3-1, and Morrell will work himself a walk as he heads down to first base on the free pass. So we heard rumblings of the next game being push to right around 1 o'clock. And that's if we can get through this one, as the umpire and catcher both standing in mud puddles back there. So that'll fall in for a ball. So the 1-0 pitch on the way. And that's going to make the count 2-0 here. So Braden Castonguay out there in the chute here. He throws a little bit of a spinner there, the back throw to first base, and back in time. So 3-0 the count, none away here. It's going to be on the outside part of the plate. Good pitch there, 3-1. Squaring to bunt. He's going to get one down. That'll land just in front of the catcher. Nobody at first there, as that'll be thrown into right field. Runner will round second. He'll head to third. To first base safely is Will McIsaac. So he gets a single. To third base goes Morrell, and so runners at the corners with none away here. Perfectly placed bunt, a little bit of backspin on. I wish I could get that on my golf shot. But a fantastic bunt nonetheless, so fling it back to the top of the order here for John Purcell, the shortstop. So that's going to be upstairs for a ball. Purcell is 0 for 1, 2 walks, a stolen base, and 2 runs scored. He's going to square to bunt here. Pulls it back, ball rolled into the plate. Castonguay, good first motion there as he headed right towards the plate there. Potential pass ball. It's his job to cover home plate. Looks like we still got some showers going on out there as that swung on and missed. Runner stays put at first base. Got a real big jump over there. So 3-1 here. So looking on. The pitch in the dirt. And that'll be the free pass there for Purcell. So he'll head down with his 3rd walk of the game. John Purcell loves free stuff here, as you can see by his stat line. Just trying to get our brightness figured out here, folks, with the fluctuation in weather. First pitch is swung on off the backstop there from Aiden McIsaac, the right fielder. So no balls, 1 strike here to McIsaac. Bases loaded, ducks on the pond. That ball in the dirt, good job by the catcher. Snap throw down to third, back in time is Morrell. A pitch upstairs there for a ball, 2-1 now. Just craziness out here in the weather department. Bounced in, catcher won't let that one by though, so good job back there to be a wall. Nowhere to put him though. So the count 2-1 here, or 3-1. Squaring to bunt. And that just misses him, and he will head down to first with a walk, and a run will come in as Morrell will come across a score. That'll make the score 9-2 here in the 5th. So Caden Haynes-Harvey steps in. He is 1 for 2, the walk, 2 runs scored, and a single. Trying to help his own cause out here, still with the bases loaded and none away. Haynes-Harvey will show bunt and wiggle the bat as that one's way upstairs for a ball. Ball skipped into the plate. So Braden getting some positive reinforcement here from the crowd. Comes in at a tough time here in this game. And that's going to be a ball outside. Snap throw down to first. And that'll be another walk here as Haynes Harvey. So Purcell to third, McIsaac to second, Haynes Harvey to first, and Will McIsaac in to score. So 10-2 now. First pitch strike there from Castonguay. So Manton Austin, sorry. Got duped by my own writing. Steps in, he had a round tripper, a single. And he's got 4 RBIs and 2 runs scored here, so quite the afternoon, I suppose it is now, as another run comes in, and Purcell went for the slide. And now that's going to go through the feet, and good cover there by the shortstop as the snap throw down to third. Tough terrain back there as the catcher's helmet stuck in the muck there, and he is going to have to clean that one off. So Purcell in to score. So 2-1 the count here. 10-2 the score. Castonguay just working. And now it's going to be hit to the left fielder. That's going to drop in front of him, and that's going to get by the left fielder. That'll score 1. And now Caden Haynes Harvey will come around and score as well. So 12-2 now. So 13-2, my apologies. So another 2 RBIs for Manton Austin. He got himself a 2 RBI double. So he just needs a triple for the cycle here. So runners at second, or runner at second, is a big cut there from number 17, Colin Crawford. He's up in the count now, 2-1. It's going to be outside for a ball. That's going to be a hit towards the middle of the field, smothered up by the second baseman across, and they're going to get him at first. Bang, bang play, and they will get the out, though, as Crawford erased here for the first out. Great defensive positioning there by the second baseman. So stepping into the plate now is the third baseman, Liam Duggan. 0 for 2 with a walk. That first pitch. Pitch in the dirt. Good job by the catcher to square that up back there. Now he'll throw down to third in a run down here. The throw to the plate. Got him at the plate. Looked like he might have got the foot in there, but Austin is retired, trying to score on the snap throw down. Good reaction. But that will be the second out here. So now we will start with a clean slate here for Duggan. That's in there for a strike. That's going to be up inside. Some sweet chili chin music there from Castonguay. 13-2 the score. That'll be the free pass issued here, as Duggan will head down to first. So runner on first, 2 away, and coming up to the dish now, Austin Bowie. So the 2-out rally chant back in effect here. So 1-0 the count now. through the left side. That's going to get by the third baseman. Hot shot down there at the hot corner. They're going to round second into third. Bowie into second. Some heads-up base running down there. So Duggan into third. Bowie with a double. So right back to the top of the order we go for Purcell, his second at-bat of the inning. Another snap throw down to third. A little bit of dirt on the uni down there. Never hurt anybody. So Purcell, 3 walks in the game. We'll see if he looks for a fourth. So the old free base Hattie. So 1-on-1 count here. Runners at second and third. Swung on. Good hands there as he stayed back on it. The throw to first in time. And that will retire the side. So they score 5 runs on 4 hits. There were no New Brunswick errors and 2 runners left on base. We will head to the bottom of the 5th. I do believe this will be the last kick at the can here unless New Brunswick can score 2. So 13-2, the score. You're watching the 2024 U13 Eastern Canadian Softball Championship here on High Button Sports. We will be right back. All right, bottom of the 5th we go. Bryce Campbell leading it off here for the Chargers. He is 0 for 2 so far. Going with the jersey untucked look here. Haynes Harvey's going to get a new biscuit out there. And that's going to be just upstairs for a ball. Good hitters count now to Campbell. So he stands in the muck box in there. And that's going to be well up and inside. 3-0 the count. So Campbell looking to be the base runner here, the leadoff man. And that's going to be 4 straight here. So Campbell will work himself a walk. And we're back to the top of the order here as the catcher Kyle Castonguay now rocking the exact same elbow pad that I have. Got to protect that pitching arm out there at all costs. Great bunt down the third base line. Going to be a tough play to first, not in time. Good wheels from the catcher as Castonguay will work himself an infield bunt single. One of my favorite plays in the game. Perfectly placed bunt, a tough play for the third baseman. Made the play, but just not in time. So Leon Hawks now will swing at the first pitch, and that'll get over near the Skilled Trade Center over here. And one lucky fan's going to go home with a game ball here. So 0-1. Pitch in the dirt. Runners will move up. Throw to third. Good back up there from the left fielder, though. Great heads up from Morell out there in left field as he eliminated that run from scoring. So second and third now. Chargers got something doing here now. Is 2-1 the count. So they need 2 here. Keep the game alive. They got some pressing here now. 2 runners on in scoring position, as that'll even the count 2-2. So that one was just inside. And that'll run the count full here, so a spot open on first. Strikeout will be big here for Haynes Harvey. 3-2 pitch on the way, taken right down Broadway, strike 3. That'll be the first out as Hawks sat down on strikes for the second time here. So now Easton McLeod, the first baseman, will step in. 0 for 0, 2 walks and a run scored. So he swings at the first pitch and fouls it straight back, and it looks like the fans' umbrellas have closed up here for the moment anyways. If we've learned anything today, is it can be flipped on its head at any point. No balls, 1 strike here to McLeod as he swings at that one, and Easton McLeod has his name on the bat there. Pretty good sports name, if you ask me. So the 0-2 once more. The pitch from Haynes Harvey. Good off-speed pitch, and just able to get a piece of it there was McLeod. As he stays alive, fighting off the tough ones on the edges. Looking for a mistake here. And wouldn't you know it, folks, the umbrellas are back up and the rain has resurfaced. Just give the fellas a break here. As that ball's going to get to the backstop, and they slide under the tag. And now a throw to third. And he is safe in there, so Campbell comes around to score. He'll make it 13-3. With a runner at third here and the rain pouring down once again. So the bright skies, don't let them fool you. So in the dirt. Big running secondary lead there. Haynes Harvey's going to call time. Wants to get a new bullet. Well, I'd like to say beautiful day for ball, folks, but I'd be lying if I said so. However, these kids just battling through the elements, building character every pitch. That's going to be in there for a ball. Snap throw down to third, and the umpire made the safe call before he applied the tag, so. So 3-2 the count. McLeod works himself full here. He's got a runner on third. 1 away. And that's going to be ball 4, so McLeod down to first. So that's going to bring up the center fielder, Hunter Barrio. An RBI single and a strikeout so far in his game. Runners at the corners. McLeod, you got to assume, is going to get into scoring position. They're going to allow him just to get in there to second base. So runners at second and third. The pitch in there for a strike. Haynes Harvey works ahead of the batter here, and strike 1, the most important. Immediately puts the hitter into grind mode. Second pitch in there, carbon copy, strike 2. So way ahead in the count now is Haynes Harvey. Strikeout here would be huge for his team, as that's going to be swung on, hit down the right field line, and that's going to score the run. So this one will continue right along. Good heads-up base running there from Castonguay as he comes in to score. 2 away now, though. So an RBI ground out for Barrio. And now Jax Carr will step in, the shortstop. He'll take a first pitch ball. Pitch on the way, 1-0 in the dirt. Smothered up by the back catcher, and now we're going to have a ball switch out here. Coach down there for the Bombers with his work cut out for him. It's your standard Nova Scotia day here around this time of year, folks. 2-0 pitch, big cut there. Swings through it, 2 balls, 1 strike. Carr wasting no time, right back in the batter's box. 2-1 pitch, and that is well outside. That's going to bring the run from third, and they're going to get him at the plate. McLeod looked like he slid under it, but that will do it here for the bottom half of the 5th inning. So they score 2 runs on 1 hit. There was no Nova Scotia errors and no runners left on base. So the score after 5 complete, 13 for Nova Scotia, 4 for New Brunswick. I'd like to thank today's game sponsor, Nova Scotia Power, for sponsoring this game. And now it looks like the game is going to end. So clearly I'm unaware of the ruling. But they'll go through the handshakes now. We'll step aside here for a moment, and we'll come back with the player of the game presentation for each player. Then we'll be signing it off for the next game. I'll be handing the mic over to a couple of the young guns here at High Button Sports for the third and fourth games of the day. So with that said, step aside here for just a moment, and we'll be back with the player of the game ceremony. All right, so waiting here for the player of the game presentation. Shout out to the field crew and everyone involved at keeping this game moving right along despite the delays. So Cooper Moore, the player of the game here for the Oromocto Chargers, the starting pitcher. Racked up 5 strikeouts in the game before giving it off to Castonguay. Congratulations to Cooper Moore. So this one undisputed here. Player of the game for the Bombers with a in-the-park round tripper. 6 RBIs in the game and 4-for-4 outing is Manton Austin, the catcher. So congratulations to both guys, and we will shut it down for this game, and we will get ourselves ready for game number 3 here. So thank you very much for tuning in and your patience throughout Mother Nature's disastrous start to this. And that'll do it for us. So thank you very much for tuning in.